Okay, so Leo, that's you. This is your general report from Tarot Illumination for October 2017. We're going to just dive right in, okay? No jumpers, no flyers, no oracles, no reversals. Pretty stripped down, bare bones. We're going to tell a story. Hopefully it'll make sense to you. Also, you know the drill. Watch for your sun, moon, and rising. Probably did this before, so make the best of it. Squash it all together and rewrite the whole thing. And, reinterpret this whole thing however you want for yourself, okay? All right, Leo? So I hope things are going well for you with all this, massive Leo eclipse thing that we had a while ago in August, and how it's all starting to pan out now. You're probably really starting to feel it. All these big changes happening over the next year. Certainly a lot of road signs showing up for you about what's happening. So let's go for it. Cards were already shuffled in advance, by the way, but I like to take it right up to the very last second so that you're a witness, okay? We're reading this from the heart outwards. Because without the heart, there's nothing, okay? There's your breath, of course, and air and water and food and everything. And we're just going to keep it really simple. This would be your core heart energy right now, okay? The very, very core of you coming into October. And this is what you're bringing in with you, okay? You know, baggage, luggage, legacy, or history, your life history, whatever that might be. And this is the ever-present now over here. As you move through October, it's always now. It's always, always, always now. And that's just how it is. And so the question is, what are we going to do with that? So that's when you come to the energy of decisions here. At any moment in time, how are you going to take yourself moving forward? How are you going to conduct yourself? Okay, on the understanding that in order to evolve and grow, you're always having to face forward into what we call the unknown. You're not going to deny your past or history or whatever, but it means facing forward, making risks, taking decisions, and then dealing with the consequences. Okay, so on that understanding, how are we going to do that effectively and safely, okay, as you move through the journey here? And if you like the ideas of the laws of attraction, where you kind of create your own life through your own decisions and actions and thoughts and words and so on, then this would be common sense. This would kind of mean and feel, oh, okay, well, that makes sense. Yeah, I get it. I create my own reality, and so on and so on. Otherwise, this could feel more like fate coming at you. Woo! All right. And then over here, this would be like fingers crossed energy from over here, like, oh my gosh, I hope this actually works. Like, what happens if I sit out here and make some kind of bold decision or even a tiny decision to evolve? You're dealing with your raw body at that point, but your body feels things. It's not just your mind, it's your whole body. And you can feel fear and joy, like the fear of what if it doesn't work out, or the joy of what if it does all work out. Wow, wouldn't that be awesome? So this would be like the momentum of like what happens when you make the decisions to go on your journey and live it out. Where does that lead us? What can you take with you into November, for example? We're going to look at this card in a moment down here. I like to think of it as weather that permeates the whole situation. It's not really your energy, but it's out there, and hopefully you would make the best of it, whatever that is. You don't have to be owned by the weather, So, if it's really challenging weather, it's okay to feel a bit challenged and then do something about it. Or if it's really awesome weather, just because it's beautiful doesn't mean you have to feel ecstatically happy. All right, you can just make decisions to be you and make the best of the conditions. So what have we got? The Magician. Wow. Okay, so Leo, it might be that you're realizing I'm in a really good spot right now. Pretend I'm a Leo, okay? I'm in a really good spot right now. I have a chance to really, really tap into my power, my strength, my own amazing awesomeness right now. And it's being reflected back to me through my circumstances, my life, my world around me. That is pretty cool. Now, of course, with this indication here, it also shows that all your resources, Sounds like a dinosaur. All your resources are available to you. Everything that you need is out there in your world, in your life around you, and your own inner operating systems, your own internal spiritual power tools and skills and talents, all of that. So the question is, what are you going to do with all this opportunity, all this wonderful power, all this potential? What are you going to manifest? Interesting. Hopefully it'll be Leo Mark II. Let's have a look. So at the heart, what do we have? Oh, wow. Look, we're off to a really big start here. So Leo, with such big cards coming in at the very beginning here, it might feel as though you're really getting swept along by fate. So it might be that you're coming to a really, not a stark, blinding realization, but a very profound, deeply felt inner soul realization that the old Leo, this is redundant. It's over. It's done. You've lived out your whole life as Leo Mark 1, and you are now morphing into Leo Mark 2, starting all over again, manifesting a whole brand new you. Literally, it's like an oh wow moment. And you might be reading that in the signs around you, the stars around you, your world, your life around you. It's reflecting back to you that it's true. Everything that they were saying is true. The old Leo Mark 1 is done. It was an amazing ride. It was absolutely fantastic. You did everything you could do. You were everything you could be, the most awesome version of yourself and the most low frequency version of yourself, and it was all perfectly okay because you're a human being and that's allowed. All the forces of universe were there for you all along, all the time anyway, whether you knew it or not. But either way, it's all over. It's done with. It's like the end of an epic movie. Leo the movie Mark 1 is done. It's over. And you now have the chance to open the gates and start the new movie, Leo Mark II, where, of course, again, you are the star of the show. But it's a new role. You're going to have new wardrobe, new hair, new makeup, new script, new screenplay, new lines, new storyline, all of it, starting from scratch. Okay? So I hope I didn't get too carried away there, Leo, but that's what I'm feeling for you. Okay? So what are you coming in with? Okay, well, your gun's blazing. Everything is set and ready to go. It looks, Leo, that maybe deep down you've been waiting for this for a long time, and you're now really actually feeling it in your life that this is an oh my gosh moment. October is truly an oh my gosh moment for Leo, where you get the opportunity, where you realize this is an amazing life opportunity. Like this doesn't happen all day, every day. This is a kind of a big deal where you're now realizing that you really, truly do have a chance to completely like upgrade yourself, reformat yourself to Leo Mark II, where everything's better. The storyline's better. The integrity of the lead role character is better. There's more power. There's more risk. There's more reward. There's more fun. There's more excitement. There's more love. Everything is bigger and better, and it's exciting. And you get the chance to kind of be the new Leo that you've never been before. But you're starting from scratch. Okay, this is very much to do with the energy that you've already obviously figured this out. Otherwise, you wouldn't have this amazing power card coming right in to the beginning of October that you're carrying with you. So you obviously been doing a lot of homework on yourself already, and you're now ready and prepared to jump in. Okay, so that's kind of exciting. At least I'm very excited for you, Leo. Of course, I don't know if all Leos are going to feel this way. Watch for your sun, moon, and rising, all of that stuff, and rewrite the story to suit yourself, okay? This is just a big, broad, general energy report from the heart of you. That's the heart spread there. Do you see that, Leo? And that's your energy anyway. You're very big on heart because that's your natural way of being. Big heart, big heart, love energy. And there you are. There you are at the very center. But that old Leo, it's done. It was epic. Thank you very much for entertaining us and bringing so much light and joy and excitement and thrills into our life. But now it's a whole new Leo story starting all over again. And we haven't even opened the screenplay yet. Let's see. What about the ever-present now? Aha! You have to be very careful here. It might be that there's so much energy piling up inside of you, Leo, with all the awareness and the excitement of the possibilities and all the potential, that it could be very, very easy to trip up. Can you see all this? This is almost like there's so much power here just rolling in, and it's all adding up. This is very cumulative power here. I'm trying to show it to you so you see it this way. Can you see that, Leo? And now, in the very moment here of October, there's an indication that, yes, you might be aware of all this, but it's also an indication that deep down, you probably realize that it could be very easy to trip yourself up and like turn into like the worst possible egomaniacal narcissist, vainglorious type of glory-seeking, whatever you would call that person, that type of person, which of course is not the beautiful side of Leo. That's like shadow side of Leo. So you're obviously aware of that. In some ways, you're obviously aware of your own flaws. And that's very, very good, Leo. It's really, really good to know how you can trip yourself up, where you can trip yourself up, because you might have already learned that in a past life here, not just a full past life, but in your previous life history leading up to this moment, you might have come to a stark awakening. To be able to come into the reading with this energy, you must already be extremely aware of how you were very, very capable of tricking yourself and fooling yourself that everything was okay, even when it actually wasn't. So it's very good in some ways that you're carrying this energy of the Seven of Swords with you as your, let's say, self going through October, because that means you're on super, super, super high alert about having to be extra smart, extra careful about what not to do, why not to do it, where not to do it, with whom not to do it, when not to do it, and where not to do it, because it would be so easily to betray yourself and betray others in the process, which of course would be the very worst thing you could do, because it would then be going like back to the beginning of the Leo Mark 1 movie and having to start all that over again. And we don't want to do that. Obviously, Leo, you want to be the new Leo Mark 2, the new highly evolved one that has a chance of starting now. But it looks like you're going to be extra super careful and cautious so that you don't trip up, you don't allow yourself to trip yourself up, you don't go off on a massive ego trip, you don't let anyone else trip you up, and you just keep going very, very carefully, very, very carefully, very stealthily, in a very, very thoughtful, super high alert manner. In other words, you're keeping extreme high vigilance on your own worst behaviors so that you don't trip yourself up. So that's really good news. I'm happy for you, Leo. Now that you have that awareness, that you have the power, you have the opportunity, and you're aware that this is your moment, it's starting all over again, you're going to be extra super vigilant, in which case, how are you going to conduct yourself going forward? Because you're fully aware that in order to activate your evolution, you're going to have to make some big decisions. Maybe lots of little decisions that add up to a big decision, but either way, it's big decisions because there's a lot at stake here. It's on my understanding that it's like you've inherited like a massive screenplay, which gives you the chance to be the epic hero in ways of never before. But you have to understand also that with great power comes great responsibility. So, like if there's a lot of eyes on you, Leo, and others are watching you, it's on the understanding that they're going to expect and want the best out of you, Leo, the most awesome Leo that's never even been before. So it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of responsibility. Moving forward, okay, you see with the swords here following on, my feeling here is that you're very aware that it means having to leave a lot of maybe behaviors or practices or dramatic situations that would have been normal for you beforehand, that a lot of this is going to have to be left behind. And things that might have been either causing a lot of drama, if you were used to being caught up in a lot of drama and circumstance, and you're realizing that's not life. You're realizing that, oh, life is more than that. Life isn't just a perpetual drama of ups and downs or whatever, and emotional highs and emotional lows. Life is a process, it's a journey about loving and being loved, and maybe leaving a legacy of love, uh, taking all the power and light that you have and bestowing that with a mission and a purpose, okay, that has meaning and value to yourself and to others. So that's a big responsibility, but it does mean and it does imply having to leave behind a lot of things that you might have loved, a lot of things that have been dramatic or traumatic that constituted your previous life, so to speak. But it's redundant now. But what you do in alignment with this Seven of Swords here is you take all the good qualities of you that already exist, that you already own, that nobody can take from you, and you move forward with those. And a lot of that is to do with healthy attitudes, healthy beliefs, healthy perceptions, new grooming, new behaviors, new habits, new aspirations, new goals, and new dreams, and how to bring that forward into a new life that's starting to unfold, where the new Leo is a much more of a mature Leo, not maybe so flamboyant or maybe so just maybe flashy or something, but much more magnificent at the core, where their raw power and their brilliance and their light shines from within. Okay, it's not like you have to prove anything outside anymore to anyone else. You've already done that here, and we all love you and respect you for that. So the next generation Leo is all about that radiance and that light and that big love heart energy glowing from deep within. And that's going to be so much more satisfying for you and for everybody else. All right, let's have a look. So how are we going to do that? Just do it. Just do it. Like there's no books that you can read to do this. There's no atlases. There's no GPS systems available that can help you to do this, except to go blind and trust in the healing power of love and the energy of heaven to infuse you with everything that you need at any single point of the journey. And that's just being honest with yourself, because you're literally being a pioneer, starting all over from scratch from here. So it's kind of epic. I see this as epic. If you could maybe picture yourself in Leo Mark II, the movie, where everything is upgraded. Everything. All the challenges are going to be bigger and scarier than ever before. All the dark moments are going to be darker than ever before. All the glorious moments of achievement are going to be even more delicious and satisfying than ever before. But no one has access to the screenplay itself. Not even you. You're living out the screenplay, the life, the story as you go along. So it's not like you're going to cheat and do one of those spoilers where you already know the outcome at the end. No, this is the brave, courageous journey where you're living your own movie at the same time that we're watching it. So it's an amazing experience for you and for the rest of us. So it's very exciting. That's what I feel here for you, Leo. And it's like, if you can conduct yourself through this new evolutionary journey, grab the opportunity, take all your inherent power, all the signs of the universe, and be extra super careful, taking all the good stuff with you, and being willing to live through this epic new upgraded Mark II Leo the movie, then there's the potential that, of course, it's great risk. In other words, oh my gosh, like those moments that you have in a movie. Oh, is he going to fall off the cliff? Oh, is she going to make it across the Grand Canyon on her angel wings and things like that? Oh my gosh. Oh no, oh no. And then a minute later, oh, she made it. Oh my gosh, he made it. Wow, great. So what happens next? So that's what it's like in a really, really good movie. If it's really well prepared and done, you never really know what's going to happen next. If you did, it would be boring and you would just walk out. So it's kind of exciting for you, Leo. Let's have a look. So let's say you're totally on board with all of this and you're saying, let's just go for it. Let's just do it. I'm prepared. I'm ready. I can handle it. I'm not going to be the fool I might have been in the past. I'm going to be very diligent. I'm going to be super vigilant on myself. And we're just going to do it. Okay? So what does that bring in? Look, it's so simple, Leo. It's like the ultimate formula for happiness. It's literally jump in, live your life with total joy, total trust, total optimism, total surrender to the will of heaven and the joy of simply being alive. And guess what happens? You invite this energy into your life. It's the card of probably like almost ultimate happiness of having it all. Like there you are in a world where it's literally like being a kid in a movie theater, and you know already from the advanced publicity that this is going to be the best movie that you've ever seen, even better than Leo Mark 1, and you're thrilled about it and you're happy. But it isn't just thrills and excitement that's an external like buzz. This is deep down joy. You're really feeling it in your gut, what happiness really feels like when you own it from the inside out, so that you radiate this rainbow energy outwards to others. This is not happiness that you have to go and get. This is happiness that you own from the inside out. Okay, there's a very big difference. Okay, Leo? So, I'm happy for you. Uh, also, this is a kind of happiness that once you own this and you realize it's incremental, and the more you commit to your own journey, the more and more this increases, the more and more this glows, the more and more this shines, and the happier you become, the happier you become, the happier you become. And it's on the understanding that you accept all your flaws and weaknesses as simply part of you. It's the up and down, the roller coaster ride of being and living through a really, really good movie, the movie of you, your new movie, your new life, Leo Mark II. And you get to share that with others, because this is not a this is not like a selfish journey. This is for everyone. It's like you're living this thing for everyone, for us to enjoy and for you to enjoy and to share, because there's a lot of energy of sharing here, sharing the love, sharing the happiness, enjoying that with yourself. It's like becoming like the awesome Leo, where you really get to shine from the inside, share all that love and fun and excitement with everyone else, and it turns them on. It becomes a big turn on for them. So it feeds on itself. It's beautiful, Leo. It's really, really beautiful. It does involve making big decisions. It does involve being super vigilant, and it does involve taking huge risks, knowing that you're going deep into the unknown and starting all over again. I mean, I don't typically try to interpret these cards in very classic traditional manners, but it's hard to ignore the connection here between what some people call the fool's journey. Have you noticed that? Can you see that here? Well, let's do it like this. Like this is the card of ultimate completions, and this is the card of ultimate new beginnings. And you're just putting them together here in this reading here instead, but it's the other way up, where everything is done. Leo Mark 1, the movie, is done, and you're now starting Leo Mark 2, the most awesome movie ever. Ever. It's kind of beautiful. And there's everything in between, okay? That's what's called life. That's actually the thing, that's the movie in there. All right, so let's have a look. What would be the joys of this all working out? How would that be for you? And what would be the fears of this not working out? Man, you're getting some serious power cards here, Leo. What is going on? I don't know what's happening with you Leos, but it looks pretty epic here. So let's just say, Leo, let's say you get it. Let's say you think like you feel like, oh, Terra Illumination's got a point here. I sort of get what they're talking about. Making bold decisions to move on, being extra vigilant, taking wild, crazy risks and just trusting in it. understanding that this old Leo is over. This one is starting again with awesome potential. I think I got it figured out. Show me the screenplay, show me my lines, tell me where I have to go, what's my costume, what's my wardrobe. Bring in all the angelic forces from heaven and say, come on, guys, I need all of you. I can't do this on my own. I'm an awesome Leo, but I need massive amounts of angelic support to do this. And I'm not shy enough, or I'm not, you know, what's the word I was looking for? I'm not ashamed to admit that. In which case, that is the energy of humility and surrender and accepting that the movie isn't really just all about you. It's all about the journey where you get to embody what an epic journey would be for everyone else. In other words, oh my gosh, if Leo can do this, then maybe the rest of us have a chance to do this. That's awesome. So it becomes very inspiring, where the decisions to evolve and grow that lead to the massive blind trust required to live and create a new life in happiness actually does breed happiness, and happiness breeds happiness. So long as you keep making the decisions to activate that and choose, in other words, manifest wisely, then this is what happens. It's ultimate joy, it's ultimate happiness. This is, some people even call this a Leo card, where you actually do become the new Leo Mark II, who is, the Leo would be the shining bright light that everybody needs. We wouldn't exist without the sunlight, and that's you. You would be the embodiment of sunlight. Look at it, it's right there. And of course, if you mess up and you shy away and you say, oh, I can't do this. This is just way too much. There's just too much expectation here on a Leo. Even me as a Leo, I can't do this. It's too much expectation. I can't take the pressure. I'm out of here. Then this goes, so we're going to take this in a positive light. We're going to say that you, Leo, are just being the most awesome Leo. You've already done that, but now you're going to upgrade big time, and there's no going back. So let's have a look. I'm really happy for you, Leo. I'm really happy for you. It's a lot to handle, but I'm happy for you. Let's have a look. You got so many big cards here, Leo. It's, my feeling is that, oh my gosh, it's just like, whew, in a way, I'm sort of glad that I'm not a Leo, so then I don't have to live up to this. Pretend I'm not a Leo. So, oh gosh, we get to be in the audience. We get to be in the audience and watch you live through this epic movie, because the chances are that we're going to be looking for you to guidance about how to do all this. And let's say you figure this all out and you realize, oh my gosh, I'm this awesome Leo and I can be all of that and be this shining light to others because I own it from the inside. That actually, let's take it down to earth a little bit. Let's take the excitement down. I'm getting a bit carried away here. And let's just take it back down to you living your life. Okay? Where you realize that, wow, this is kind of cool. I've followed the prompts. I've taken the hints from the universe around me. I get it. I know what they're talking about over here in Tarot Illumination. So we're just going to live it out, go through it like they were talking about. And that's great. And look what happens. It gets me into a position where I figure out, let's say I'm the Leo, where, wow, it's like I can feel like I'm actually in charge of my life. So in other words, it feels like once you're in your own new movie, you actually realize, like going behind the scenes, going into your wardrobe, dressing room or whatever, or like if you're at home at night on yourself, it's just like, wow, I made the right decision. I'm getting my act together. I'm getting my whole life together. There's a possibility my life can actually work, where I embody all the shadow side of myself, and I'm not ashamed of it. I admit that I'm a human being and that I have to be super vigilant all the time to make sure that I don't become a victim of all my flaws. And at the same time, I don't stop myself from being the most radiant version of myself and being the shining bright light that I am, because that's beautiful. That's the best thing I can do for the planet, is to be the ultimate Leo, because that's my day job. Okay? That's just me living my life being my day job. And so by the end of the movie, I'm not saying this is the end of the movie here, we're just kind of starting, but you start to realize, oh my gosh, it's almost like this was written for me. Pretend I'm the Leo. And you're in the movie now and you look up to the heavens. There's the director, the other actors, and the producers, and everything's going on around you. And you take a little moment to yourself and you say, wow, thank you. Thank you so much, my dear angels. Thank you so, so much. I really dig this. I appreciate this. I'll do the best I can. I really feel like I've got my life together. I'm the perfect actor for this role. I got the perfect part in the perfect movie, perfect screenplay, and all the characters are just right. It's going to be awesome. And I feel like I'm the star of my own show without being that other word that I said earlier. I don't even want to use it. This is being the authentic you in full charge, in full control, and seeing a destiny and a future that really, really starts to work for you. But it's very early days, okay, Leo? I just feel it's very early days, and it's just a question of getting on board, grabbing hold of the steering wheel and go for it, okay? And trusting in the energy of the universe, trusting that you are guided and protected and blessed from above. All right, Leo, thank you so much. Have a super October. Make the best of it. Bye bye.